All right, so hello, good people. Those of you who are watching, I'm going live on Power 106 FM today in Kingston. So I'm gonna wait. Y'all are catching me a few minutes before we go live. But hello to everyone, all my followers. If you have been following me, you know that this week me and some of my team members have been featured on TVJ. We was on Smile Jamaica this week recently. We were in the Jamaica Observer. I did a live stream with Throp, I think the day before yesterday, and today there is a live interview happening with Power 106 FM today in Jamaica. So I'm going to try and stream it while I'm waiting for the conference call. All right. So if y'all want to hang tight and just want to stick around and listen for the interview, that'll be fine. But yeah, otherwise, I hope y'all are good. Content wise, I'm still switching up some things. So, morning, how you doing? I'm still switching up some things. So, my content will kind of be making an adjustment once I'm ready to present it. But yeah, so I'll turn my volume off on the phone, waiting on the call. Yeah, so lots of things have been happening. Lots of things have been on the horizon. So, just keep staying tuned. If y'all didn't know that we have a guidebook published, what did I do with it? Is the question. We have a guidebook published. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The do's and don'ts of reselling in Jamaica, and I'll link everything once it's done. Once the interview is complete. But yeah, so basically I'm waiting on to do the interview. If you're just catching the stream, let me see if I can find the book. Hold on, y'all. Oop, on my background. You ain't synced nothing. A little makeshift studio setup. All right. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great interview. That was a great interview. Make sure y'all share it. All right. Make sure y'all share and let people know what's happening out here, okay? This is the book that was published. The do's and don'ts of reselling in Jamaica. All right, tips on how to do so safely, if you can see it. This is our guidebook that we published. So while I'm waiting on his call, it's 8 o'clock. Let's see. Make sure y'all tuning in, broadcasting live too. Thank you. Thank you, Melanin. Thank you. But while I'm waiting on the call, all right, the do's and don'ts of reselling in Jamaica. All right, and this is your how-to guide on what you need to do to prepare on your move or return to Jamaica. All right, so fantastic book. If you need to cut through all the fluff, you need to get straight to the points, you need the nitty and the gritty, all right, this is who that book is for. All right, so it's available in paperback. It's available as an ebook, so you can download it. And then you have your guide. You have everything you need to do to start your process on relocating to Jamaica. So that's what I have been up to. So let's see if we're gonna be on island time this morning. But yeah, so I've been in a bunch of things this week. If you didn't see the Smile TV Jamaica, the TVJ Smile Jamaica TV interview, I'm gonna see if I can scout or find out how to get it. And I'm not sure when that'll be, but I'm gonna try and get the clip of the interview But yeah, it was me and one of my other team members. And that's been about it. We had a good link up last month. Was it early this month? Child, it was early this month. My bad. So, 'cause we had a link up in Portland. That was amazing. I haven't done a video for it yet, but hopefully I'll get to it. And yeah, so that's it. I'm just waiting for the call, waiting to get on the interview. If you're in Jamaica, you can catch me live on the air. Let me know if you hear me, see me, or whatever. Um, that's it. I'm just waiting. Oh, here it is. We're going live, y'all. Hello?
Hi, good morning. I'm calling from Power106. Am I speaking with Miss Norton?
Yes, this is she.
Calling on behalf of Mr. Malcolm, sorry, from Power106. May I please send a brief hold for him, please?
Yes.
Hold for me, please.
Is across the globe, and you get information with respect to the number of people who are applying for Jamaican citizenship. That number continues to grow. But there are also Jamaicans who initially left Jamaica and were living elsewhere in the world, but just decided that they are coming back to Jamaica. And so those are the stories to be told right now here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. And let's greet the ladies first. Clarice Norton, good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning. How are you?
I am fine, thanks. And listeners, Clarice Norton is the founder of Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica. Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica. Also online, we have Aisha Nelson. Hi, Aisha. How are you? I am fine, thanks. Thank you so much for joining us. And we welcome as well Kwame M.A. McPherson, who counts himself among the Black expats and repats in Jamaica. And so we're anxious to hear more. And so let's start with the founder, Clarice Norton. A bit of your background, first of all, please, and then we get into the idea behind Black expats and repats in Jamaica.
All right, so good morning and thank you so much for having me. I'm Clarice. I'm best known as Mocha Mazel online, but basically around Corona, when Corona first hit, I figured that was my opportunity to kind of make my transition to Jamaica, being that I was based online. And
Sorry, just a moment. Is there anyone online who has a radio in the background? If you could turn it off or take out the volume totally. Yes. Oh, yes, please. All right. Go ahead now, please, Carrie.
yes, are you hearing me?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, please
Okay.
go ahead now.
All right, so during Corona time is when I made my transition to Jamaica, and so since then I've been in the process of establishing residency and trying to figure out how to make the process more available to others.
Mm-hmm. And how just give us some more, please, on the transition from one state of being to another in terms of where it all started, where you subsequently went, and where you are now.
Okay, so I have been toying with the idea of leaving the U.S. For a while. Lots to do with racial reasons and just not feeling that it was a quality of life there that I'll be able to achieve. So that's kind of where I started my research initially. I was considering Africa and some other nearby places, but for a lot of us, Africa is very expensive to travel to, and I didn't want to be too far from home in the event that anything happened. So Jamaica just kind of made sense in that regard, and it's English speaking, and we're not that too far off far as cultural wise, well, in particular from where I'm from, because I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the deep rural south of the U.S. So it was not that big of a difficult transition for me, outside of some of the technicalities and things like that of going through just learning how to navigate a new place. That was probably the most difficult thing, but that's how it happened. And I reached out to one of my other team members that you have on a call. She extended her space to me to come stay while I kind of figure out and get myself set up in Jamaica. And so since then we've been kind of just working together and figuring out how to structure and organize this to make it again a smoother process for those looking to come and want to be in Jamaica.
I see. So, how is it settling in here in Jamaica?
Okay, well, the first year, I would say, I don't want to say it was rough, but it's a learning experience. You're learning how to maneuver in Jamaica. You're learning what things are. I want to say that outside of, I kind of had a bit of an issue with the housing thing. I think that was kind of like my biggest hurdle so far. Trying to figure out how to go about finding somewhere to stay. But other than that, it was the process of learning how to immigrate to another country, which, I have a whole lot of respect for people who go through that process, because it's a process, even, with it being Jamaica. So it's just learning, and figuring out how to structure myself properly to better assist those and to give myself the foundational footing that I need to have a very luscious and fulfilling life here in Jamaica.
All right, hold it right there. Let's hear from Aisha Nelson. What's your story?
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is actually Aisha White. I have a name.
Sorry, say that again.
I said my name is actually Aisha White. I have a name change.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aisha White. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, Aisha, please go ahead.
Okay. I've been in Jamaica since 2009, so I've been here 13 years. I first visited Jamaica in 1996. I love the country. I love the culture, and I continue to come back. In 2002, I met a man. I decided to settle down with him. In 2004, we got married. 2005, I became pregnant. 2009, I finally moved here, and that's it.
Well, why Jamaica? What was the clincher? What did it for you? Certainly, there you had about 190 odd choices in terms of a country. Why Jamaica?
It felt like home to me. When I stepped off the airplane the first time and I drew in a breath of air coming off the Caribbean Sea, it felt like home. It just felt like home to me. I just had this feeling of home. I felt it made me feel happy. I felt good. I had a good feeling. And that's why I wanted to continue to feel like that.
And all right, hold it right there. We'll come back to you in a moment. Let's bring in Kwame McPherson. Morning, Kwame. How are you?
Morning, everyone. You're wearing a different hat today.
Indeed. welcome. Right.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know about your story until you brought it to my attention in terms of being a part of black expats and expats in Jamaica. What happened, Kwame?
Well, funny thing was, my journey is probably like the normal Jamaican who has the heritage and descent, right? So I was born in the UK, but my father took us here, like the many people who came out to Jamaica back in the 70s. Obviously, I stayed here, school, work, that kind of stuff, and then I migrated back to the UK to finish off my education. And then, the interaction that would happen with Black Expats was I was basically thinking of creating something similar way back when the returning residents were getting a lot of focus on the issues around returning residents. And I was saying to myself at the time that the returnees were being educated on how to come back to Jamaica to integrate and assimilate safely. So I was in Facebook just doing some searches, and I came across a group, and I started to interact in the group, basically just sharing information, my knowledge, my experience. And lo and behold, I was invited by my colleagues to be a part of the team, but as I say, the rest is history. so that's how it happened.
Is it something that you planned?
Yeah. Well, I didn't plan. I planned on coming home, but that wasn't always my intention. And so I guess you could say it was, things were happening in my favor, where in regard to the group appearing, so to speak, and my interaction with the group, and Clarice and Aisha and Tanzia approached me and said, boy, based on the information and my interaction in the group, if I'd like to be a part of the team, and that's how it happened, That's how it happened.
So Clarice Norton, how would you describe the mission, the role, the goal of Black expats and repats in Jamaica?
So the mission and the goal of BRJ is to, yes.
Yes. Did you hear the question?
Yes, I did.
Right.
Okay. So the role is, like Mr. McPherson stated, is to help those who want to come and return and basically learn how to maneuver and do so safely. It's for those who not want to wait until retirement, want to learn how to come and integrate and contribute to Jamaican society. It's for those who, again, want that balance and quality of life and way of living. So that is the purpose and the foundation of the group. And there's so much that we see in Jamaica, so much potential, so much greatness. And just having that perspective, I think, will, again, continue to foster this desire that we have to just help those who want the same things as we do and be able to be a part of Jamaica in that aspect.
How far does the organization go, Aisha White, in terms of helping Black expats and repats in Jamaica? Is it just simply information, sharing information? Is there an element of socializing, of having outings, etc.? Just trying to get a sense of how the group operates.
Okay, so the group itself is full of information. We also have a link up around the country, so people have an opportunity to come and explore that a particular part of the country they always wanted to explore but never could. We're actually having a second annual family reunion.
Hold on, can you tell us about that in just a moment? One moment, please.
You're listening to Power106 FM. The time is now
8:15 in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means right about now it is just about 10:15 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan.
Okay, so if you were denied entry to our group, make sure that you read the questions thoroughly. And
thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We are featuring a group of Jamaicans who are, well, and I call them Jamaicans, yes, that they are running in the direction of Jamaica. They're running towards Jamaica, whereas there's some of us who are running in the opposite direction, running away from Jamaica. They are the Black expats and repats in Jamaica. They're running towards Jamaica and encouraging others so to do. And those online with us
are Clarice Norton, Aisha White, and Kwame McPherson. And I believe, Aisha, you were talking about a family reunion that's coming up. That's where you were when we had to take the break for the time signal.
So we have a second annual family reunion coming up in December. It's being hosted in the Grill Jamaica by one of our group members. He owns the Grill Treehouse. So we're going to go there, spend time on the beach, have dinner together, renew the old friendships, meet new people, just enjoy ourselves. We even have a river day planned. So we do things like that. We also try to get people to understand the culture of Jamaica and how it works and how to properly integrate so they won't be isolated or just, stay in one corner and this and that. So that's what we try to do.
Very well. And Kwame McPherson, what kind of interest has this organization, Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica, been stirring online? What kind of interest have you been picking up?
Quite a lot, because one of the things that we share is the narrative, and saying that the narrative has been there's a lot of focus on people leaving, but there hasn't been a narrative of people who are returning, and these are retirees, the younger people. So we have been having a lot of interest. We've had meetings, strategic meetings actually with corporate Jamaica so far in regards to services in the ministry, one particular ministry that we're working on an initiative with them. So the interest is there, and it's almost like a novelty because a lot of people, like I said, don't understand and don't realize that a lot of people have returned. A lot of people are returning. And so the interest is there, and the interest has been gaining momentum, especially as we go around talking about people already here, especially through the group, and we begin to realize that there are a lot of other little teams or little groups of people who already have their own network, but want to be part of a bigger one. So the interest is there, and it's good in terms of what we provide in regards to services and advice, and like I said, the strategic stuff that we're working on in regards to fashion initiatives with ministries and so on and so forth.
And Clarice Norton, is it fair to say that everything has gone smoothly so far for you and for the most part other members of the organization Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica, or have there been one or two disappointments?
I wouldn't say that everything has went smooth, and I wouldn't call them disappointments either. I would basically call them learning curves, and just learning how things operate, because I wouldn't expect everything to go perfectly when you're in an entirely new place. So it's, coming with the expectation that you're going to have to learn, you're going to have to adapt, you're going to have to figure out how things go. That is the expectation that, that I set for myself. I wasn't coming looking for perfect, just, how to go and do it, and then just centralize the information and make it, accessible for those so they don't necessarily have to go through those quote unquote struggles or disappointments, or whatever. So I wouldn't say that of course I've had challenges, like that's to be expected. So I just chalk it up to, learning, and, now once I get through those things, I can properly guide people on what the process is like. So, no, I wouldn't call them necessarily disappointments.
What about you, Aisha?
I've experienced a lot of changes. As I said, I've been here 13 years permanently. So, I've seen this place change. I've seen this place improve. In the process, I raised children and started businesses. So, I've had obstacles. I overcame them. But for the most part, I'm still happy.
And that's the important thing. You're still happy. That makes sense, right? And Kwame McPherson, can you distinguish between returning retirees versus those the other I think maybe about a couple of categories. Those who are returning, maybe not yet in their retirement years, and those who, having checked out the rest of the world, come to the conclusion there's no place like home, and they're back in Jamaica. Can you give us a sense of those differentials?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna we have an ongoing therapy about membership because we need to be in that, to have make the condition stuff like that. And so it's important something that comes up with the data is that it's a mid-range in regard to an age group, for example, and it is between 30 and 50, where the focus on the main numbers that we got from the current one. You obviously have younger and you have two which are older in regard to child, but it's a good question, because what we have seen is that there are those who still have our able, I guess you could say, the younger people who are returning. They're not yet retired or retired, but they're on the cusp of that, if that makes sense. So they tend to come back, taking the bill, taking the invest, taking to start their own businesses, and share their expertise that way, as well as contribute, because they have other team members who have done a lot of volunteer work. So it's in that mid-range in terms of age group, so it's just before actually retiring. And I guess, it's a particular age, you want to live the best of your life somewhere else and after that. So we all members are on that everybody age range, and they're the ones who are making it to come back more so than retiring.
And Clarice Norton, what kind of response have you gotten from members of your family, especially when you told them what you were about to embark on?
Oh goodness. I don't think they took me seriously initially, or they thought it was just kind of like a whim thing. I was just trying to go and, I don't know, having some type of crisis or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they had all sorts of thoughts. I'm pretty sure they thought I was coming out here for a guy, or they thought that it was just, again, some random thing I was doing. But I was very serious in coming and establishing myself here. So now they see, and since they've come to visit me, now they get it. Whereas initially they didn't know. They was like, this girl that went crazy. And they just kind of well, let's see what happens. Basically, I think that's the underlying response I was getting.
And thank you, Clarice. And for you, Aisha White, has your family gotten it now too?
Yes, they have gotten it. And they got it because before they had concerns, safety concerns, and just me being so far away. But now they got it. My mom even moved down here. So yeah, they got it.
Okay.
My mom migrated.
Quite something. And what about you, Kwame McPherson?
Yeah, well, the Jamaica has always been emotional, right? So for me, it's now not coming here, obviously, and tend to have family abroad. But yeah, I've never, and of course, I'm a friend. I always had my friends here, very close friends from back in the day. So my integration and assimilation and having that kind of connection outside of Jamaica was never an issue. I'm home, essentially.
Yeah.
So for me, it was never a challenge.
And Clarice Norton, for those listening to us and they're wavering, they're unsure, they think it's a good idea, but then they're not so sure, or there are doubts, or there are people who are saying, "Are you crazy?" What advice would you give to those who might be a little confused or uncertain, as based on general feedback they're getting?
Well, the first piece of advice that I would give is to, of course, come visit for yourself. And I try to emphasize visiting outside of tourist areas and kind of experiencing what life is outside of those places that people typically travel to, so they can get a real sense of what it's like to just live and function and just be here day by day. That's the first piece of advice. So again, because people have to determine things for themselves. But I, also tell people, make sure you're coming with a plan in place. Make sure you have some type of structure, learn what you need to do. And again, that's the purpose of the group is don't just take notice of the information and resources that are being provided to you to give you the best chances of success. That is the advice that I would give. I would not, just go based off of, social media or, somebody who just came to visit for a short period. I come and immerse yourself for, at least a few months to get, the experience to actually sense it for yourself and see if it's something that's doable for you.
Well said. And for you, Aisha White, what's your best advice to those considering making Jamaica their home but are wavering?
My advice is to come to Jamaica and to come visit. That to see how it makes you feel, to see if you feel like it's your home, and then, like Clarice said, have a plan, learn the culture, and take your time. Jamaica isn't going anywhere. You can always take your time and move slowly. Just make sure that things are in order.
Yeah. And for you, Kwame McPherson, your best advice to those who have been listening and learning about the black expats and repats in Jamaica and are considering joining the group by being a part of that experience. But they have naysayers who are telling them this and that and so on. What do you say to them?
I say the same thing, basically, what Aisha and Carrie said. I would also say that people must come with an open mind in regards to how Jamaica function. I mean, and that means don't expect Jamaica to function as how you think it would function in a developed country. Because Jamaica is not, it's getting there, but it's nowhere near that. So people must have a patience, a lot of patience, and understand that they're in a different environment. Not that they should accept everything in terms of that will happen, but just have an open mind and understanding that they're in a different environment, and so that patience and must be come to the fore more than anything else. So I say an open mindset. The mindset has to be is pivotal in regard to being in Jamaica and as a new environment. But I would also say come and visit, have awareness, have a plan, and realize that Jamaica, like anywhere else, has its issues and its problems. But it is a beautiful place to be, and it's a wonderful place to be away from all the stresses of being somewhere else. But they need to come and have a look and a visit, and get to understand and feel Jamaica for themselves.
Absolutely.
And of course, they can also purchase the guidebook.
McPherson, Aisha White, and Carrie Norton, it's a pleasure. We hope to keep the lines of communication open. We hope from time to time to have your organization represented on this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And in the meantime, where can people learn more about the black expats and repats in Jamaica?
Well, the first thing is that we have a guidebook available, the do's and don'ts of resettling in Jamaica and tips how to do so safely. That is available for purchase on our website, berjamaica.com. They can find us. On the meantime, we're on Facebook, but we are building our own platform. So we are on Facebook currently as Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica. And all social media platforms, YouTube as well, and we're telling other stories of people who have come and made Jamaica home. But if you are, very serious and you just need, the facts, or well, not facts, but how to go about setting yourself up properly, the guidebook is essential. And I recommend those who are interested to go on the website and grab a copy if you can, or share with someone that they think is interested.
So that website again, you said it's BER.
Jamaica.com.
BERjamaica.com.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much for speaking with us this early on a Saturday when you should be relaxing in bed, in a manner of speaking.
Oh no, we finna hit the road.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thanks.
Caris Norton, founder Aisha White, and Kwame McPherson, all of the organization Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica. If you need more information,
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right, so that's it. That was the interview. Hopefully y'all could hear everybody, but if not, yeah, okay. So that's it. I will see y'all next time. Make sure you stay posted. If you know anybody that could use this book, please tell them to go purchase it. And I will see y'all when y'all see y'all. I got other things and errands to do and run today, but thank y'all for watching and stay posted. Sign up for my newsletter. All right. And what else? Sign up for my newsletter. Okay. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all the good stuff. And then that's it. I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for watching.